a morning weather update because obviously there's a chance of severe weather out here. I'll go over that, and the fire threat and danger still continues for southeastern Colorado. So let's first start off though by thanking everybody for last night. That was an absolutely incredible storm chase that we had yesterday. That storm started in Morgan County. I was live with it in Morgan County watching it, and it went north of me. It went right across me, and I thought, well, this isn't going to do much. And then I don't know what it hit, but it hit some massive energy, and it took off, and it started going north northeast. And obviously, there was two storms that branched off, so I chased the west storm, thinking I'll leave Michelle in the other one, which was a fantastic idea. I'm glad that it worked out. And then next thing you know, this thing's severe, and pretty soon it's dropping a tornado. And so, from what I see, multiple reports of tornadoes. Sounds like we had about 3 or 4 tornadoes that were reported. I know there's a lot of issues with what happened in Sterling overnight on the notifications, and that part we can't control from Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers. However, our job is to get the word out and make sure that people know what's going on. So that's kind of our portion, and yours as well, helping spread the word. Michelle was telling you to type in Sterling in the comments. That way people in Sterling would get these to pop up on their screens that might have been scrolling through Facebook. So I was really glad that it worked out really well. And yeah, it was just a great night. So I want to thank everybody for that. Lots of stars were donated last night. You're welcome to donate to us as well. Afterwards here, you can go to Venmo, PayPal. Those do help, especially fueling the fleet. Freddie went down south again to chase for the wildfires, and they need fuel. They need fuel money, so I got to send them fuel money to help them out. And it's your causes like that help us. When you send us donations to that really helps make it work. And don't get me wrong, our sponsors do help us as well, but we burned through that pretty quick. And when you look at chases this week, we've been on, I think, 6 or 7 chases this whole week, and I've put in almost 2,000 miles, guys. So, and that's just in my vehicle. So, and I'll tell you, that's just mine. If you look at the others that join in the chases as well. So, we could sure use that help and assistance. So if you don't mind sending us a little bit, that would help on Venmo, PayPal. The links are always below. It's always the first comment in every post that they put that and built that in that system. So it's really easy to do. Click on those links and it goes right to it. And that will really make a difference for us. So if you can help us out on that one, that would be fantastic. So let's start off with our sponsors and thank them. Baru International, 303-297-3255. Baru International, they do our bling for us. Thank you to Jason and Day. Trace Hall at 720-772-0994 at Farmers Insurance, Trace Hall. Also, Bold Brothers Roofing, 720-999-5797. 720-999-5797. That's Bold Brothers Roofing. Peaceful Coexistence at 970-520-7176. Peaceful Coexistence. That's Michelle Mendoza. Rempro, 970-743-3420. 970-743-3420. Great Plains Glass Company at 970-554-2810. 970-554-2810. American Paintball Coliseum at 303-298-8573. 303-298-8573. FTC Roofing at 720-726-5854. FTC Roofing, 720-726-5854. So thank you to our sponsors, our wonderful sponsors. They're also the ones who help make it possible for us to go out and chase. So let's share my screen with you. Also, you all take a look at what's going on here for today's forecast. So let's start off with the current conditions. And of course, I always start out where I live because this is just my hometown. So it's always set on my screen to come to brush. So this is Fort Morgan Airport. The current temperature is 73 degrees. Humidity at 53. Dew point at 55. That's a pretty good dew point. Oh, excuse me. So we'll see. Sorry. Short night. I didn't go to bed till probably about 1 o'clock and had to be up at 7 this morning. So it was long because I was doing videos and stuff last night. Visibility is about 10 miles. A little bit of smoke haze in the air. Not much, but not too bad. You can still see some of it, though, out there. Forecast for today is 91 degrees. 91 with the chance of thunderstorms today and tonight. 20% going to 30% tonight. And again, on Thursday, same thing for us with the chance of thunderstorms. And then Independence Day, the chance of thunderstorms is starting to pick up a little bit to about 30% for the evening portion of the 4th of July. So, sorry. I'm going to quit yawning, I promise. Well, I can't promise that, but I'll try. How's that? Let's take a look at the satellite imagery. You can see the smoke is still there. It's not as bad as it has been. As you can see, those fires are still there, and it's kind of cutting out the screen. And that's because it's reloading, so I apologize. Let me reload it and get a better look here. There we go. So you can see, yeah, it's still kind of reload. Must be a glitch on the satellite. But you can see right here, there's that plume of smoke in western Colorado. This is the fire in Beulah. You can see it right down there. Okay, so those fires are starting to, are still going. You can see that lots of crews are out there battling these fires. You can see some out here in Utah as well. So not as bad as smoke as we've had in the past few days. But you can see smoke is definitely in northeastern Colorado as that plume continues to work its way here. Okay, so let's go back into our next, which is the hourly forecast for today. Because today's July 1st. Happy 1st of July. Whew, told you I wasn't going to guarantee. Tonight's thunderstorm activity should go between 6 and midnight tonight. Okay, 6 and midnight is when it's kind of showing that forecast. So you can see there's even a chance after 3 o'clock. So we'll see. It depends on where you live. If you're closer to the mountains, you're probably going to see a little bit better shot earlier there for tonight. Okay, let's take a look at some of the forecasts. You can see that's air quality alert here for northeastern Colorado. Some of those areas, Weld County for the most part, Adams and Larimer County, places like that, they are under that smoke that's over their area for the fires. I'll quit yawning soon. And yeah, so there you go. We still got red flag warnings out for these areas, and then evacuation immediate is still out there. That's still ongoing because it's till further notice for the town of Beulah in those areas. Let's take a look at southern Colorado here real quick. Southern Colorado, same thing, all the way out to Kim. They've got that red flag warning. And then, of course, we have just the standard thing that's going to talk about our thunderstorms today out here on the far east of the state. Wow. That's crazy how much yawning I've done, everybody. That's actually rude, and I apologize for that. All right, so let's take a look. Let's understand red flag warning today. Wind gust of 25 to 35 miles an hour. Relative humidity as low as 8%. Follow the burn ban restrictions. Avoid open flames. Properly discard cigarettes. Guys, they actually caught somebody in Jefferson County yesterday lighting a fire intentionally. Put them away for a long time. They don't deserve to be in this group. It's just ridiculous how people are lighting fires. It's crazy. So I'm really disappointed that someone would do that in the beauty of Colorado. So unfortunately, that's just how it is in the place that we live. Okay. Oh, gosh, dang it. That is really rude that I keep yawning on you guys. I'm so sorry. I'll stop yawning sooner or later. I don't know when, but I will. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. Convection outlook for today. Here's today's day one outlook. You can see that we are in the marginal for northeastern Colorado, and southern Colorado has a little bit of a slight risk. So we'll see what that looks like. Let's take a look for tornado threat. Nothing there. Said that yesterday, didn't it? As you all recall, it did show no tornado threat. However, while I was on my live briefing, I said thunderstorms still can and produce tornadoes without or with very little warning. So I did say that in yesterday's morning briefing, said that there doesn't mean there's not a chance, it's just saying it's a low chance. And again, same thing today, obviously where there's thunderstorms, there could be a tornado threat. Look at the tornado threat up here, 5% for these folks. Okay, let's look at the wind threat, the hail threat. Hail up to baseball size was yesterday in Logan County, and that was kind of crazy. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Sorry, team's text or messaging me here, so I check my text messages from the guys. So let's take a look at day two outlook. This is for tomorrow. You can see again, northeastern Colorado, we're right back in it again. Okay, marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. Let's take a look at the tornado threat. Not there, but again, can't rule it out. Always, Colorado is so different than other states because of its topography. Let's look at day three outlook. Third day outlook. Again, just a smattering of Colorado. right there in Julesburg. But again, we're still in the thunderstorm threat. Day 4, day 5, and the squirrels are fighting again. There's like 4 squirrels in my tree right now, and they're fighting. And Riley it's driving her nuts that they're fighting. She's watching them all go, and Riker, my guard dog, is sunbathing, so he doesn't even care. So there you go. Tells you how much that dog cares about it. So let's look at the models for today. Let's make a move. This is just a model. This is the NAM3 CONUS. Take a look at this one. This one has been pretty good for us, showing the forecast, and it changes every hour. So obviously it updates and refreshes. This is the current model that it's showing, and you can see here, this is 3 hours out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours out. Things start to go finally. You can see the storm starting to fire off, and you can see it's kind of Adams County, Arapahoe County, and then watch them blow into Morgan and Wasco. Going through Akron, it looks like. And it looks like it could refire up overnight again right there. Look at those cells. This is in Morgan County late tonight. So this would be 05 Zulu. So this is about 11 o'clock tonight. 11 o'clock tonight is where that's showing. And it's showing a supercell right over between Wiggins and Morgan. Again, model only. Model only. And then look at this thing really get going. Sterling better be ready again, because it's showing it's going to go over Sterling as a possible supercell around midnight tonight. Okay. And there it goes through Logan, heading to northeast Logan County, and then it goes into Nebraska. Okay. So again, I hate to say it, but it's the same old song. It's the same old song. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how they go. Corn, I don't know. I don't think you guys have a big risk either. I say that because we didn't yesterday, but there's always that chance. And I wouldn't be surprised, though. Southern Colorado is kind of like northeastern Colorado. We could surprise a lot of people. They're all thinking, oh, it's not going to be much. And then all of a sudden, bam, you get hit. So, yeah. So, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hi, Michelle. Good morning. Let's see. Logan County Officer Brinchman, Jocelyn. I'll tag you in a few posts as we go through the big information process so you can get to know us. Oh, okay. Got you. Michelle must be sharing this with somebody. What is that making Sterling such a magnet? You know, unfortunately, it's just the way the storm path is moving right now. Everything is moving kind of south to north, from southwest to northeast, and it's just that flow. It's just the way that heat dome is. As you know, there's a heat dome going on in the central part of the states, and that's just picking those storms and just kind of recycling them right over us and dropping them over Sterling. Unfortunately, Sterling's taken a big hit this year. So, yeah, I think there's another chance tonight. Overnight, we'll see what happens, and we'll see if that forecast holds. But that's what the forecast is indicating, though, that overnight tonight there could be another big supercell going through Sterling, and it starts in Morgan County, works its way to the northeast towards there. Now, again, in looking at the models from yesterday, they kind of had this similar attitude, but then things went right over Sterling instead. So, it just depends. Those models are pretty darn close. Does it guarantee that's going to happen? I mean, Sterling could get missed tonight, too. It really could. But again, what the models are predicting is that, and we'll try to keep you updated on the models, and if they show anything. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. But just the path of things are going perfect right now for northeastern Colorado for these severe storms. What else? Any other questions? You're welcome. I'm getting lots of text messages here. I don't know. Okay, sorry. What else? I'll stay on for just a few moments to give answer some questions. If anybody has any questions for areas. So again, Morgan County looks like a spot tonight, along with Logan and Wasco. Those areas probably have the better shot of getting thunderstorms today. Again, though, that's what the current models are trending right now. Those could change literally hour by hour, though. I will tell you that, and that's what they are. They're literally called models. The models only can predict the best they can. And again, the one I use the most is that Conus. I like that one. It's a pretty good little model there. The other ones are terrible. Uh, they're worse. I think if you lay over you can look at all the models on one of these selections. You can see every model and then kind of get what the trend is on all of them. Give you a better idea. But that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, you're welcome, Marcia. Again, I hope that people spread the word. Guys, if you have friends or family that don't follow Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers, please share the link to them. Um, we broke 36,000 followers last night. Very proud of everybody working, and I'm going to give credit to my team. Michelle, Abe, Austin, and Adam too, even though he was busy trying to dodge this storm. But my spotters in the field made a difference for that storm last night. I think that was amazing. They were all on top of it. They knew what was going on. They're trained at what they do. And to see them do what they did to the community and help out last night was absolutely incredible. So, I got in there a little late, but I was still on the other storm, and I was trying to keep an eye on two storms, which made it difficult. And as soon as I saw this storm with Michelle going bad, I dropped off the live and said, Michelle, you got to take it. And she dove all over it. And I'm really proud of her for stepping up and doing that because we need that. And as soon as she was live, I mean, everybody was on it. And again, what Michelle is pushing is when you're on Facebook, guys, and she says tornado warning for Sterling, for example. If she says that, type in the word Sterling or Sterling, Colorado, and the Facebook analytics see that, and they're going to stress that anybody that lives in that area, they're going to send and push it to that town. I think that makes a huge difference. So again, if you do see a town that's in there, and I do appreciate a lot of storm or followers are typing our locations for us because we just can't. Guys, it is so swamped and so busy. We're trying to get warnings out. We're trying to give you locations. And there's been a couple of you guys that have done fantastic typing the location saying he's at 52 and whatever, or she's at this intersection. And that just makes it so much easier for us. And I appreciate all of that you guys do. So that also makes a difference. Again, if you, sorry, I keep looking over because the squirrels are fighting in the neighbor's tree. They're like battling for territory right now. If you want to help us and donate to us, please do so. We could sure use that money for fuel. I know times are tough, but these teammates of mine really fork over a lot of money. 2,000 miles is a lot of mileage for me on my car, and I just had it serviced too, and had to get all that done. And those costs do take a toll on us, but we still do it, and we're not going to quit. But we also won't turn down someone that's going to say, look, here's some money to help out. We had a $100 donation last night from one of our viewers, and that was awesome. Thank you so much. That made a huge difference for us. That's going to put a dent in our fuel costs too, to trim it down a little bit, because I send this money to everybody. I will promise you, I make no profit off this at all. If anything, I lose more. I look at my budget. I think I'm in the hole like $1,200 or $1,500 for this year already for this company, but I don't care. I'm doing it for the community, like I said, and we want to make sure that you're all safe and that we get you taken care of and do the best we can. When my money runs out of that bank account to feed to give them fuel, I use my own money to pay those guys because this is how I am. So, because I want it to be successful. So again, if you want to donate, click on the link to PayPal. You can send us money there via PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. We have that. You can send that directly to us there. The links are in the comment section. Just click on the comment or go to our Facebook page. Okay, if you go to our Facebook page at bigdogwx.com, okay, you go to our Facebook page, or excuse me, our web page. It has everything there. Simple to do. bigdogwx.com takes you right to us. Couple things. If you want to sponsor us, you can be a sponsor. It's a monthly fee. Makes a big difference for us. If you want to shop merch, go in here, shop the merchandise. Shop now, and you can buy all and support us. We get profits from that as well. Okay, Baru keeps some and then they give us some other. So it makes a big difference there as well for a big dog. Okay, if you don't want to do that still and you're like, look, I want to help out, simple. Go to Facebook and hit the subscribe button at the bottom too. On Facebook, you can subscribe to us by going there and subscribing on anybody's page. So maybe you go here. I'm on my, let me switch over to my personal account. So if you go there and you want to subscribe to somebody's page, let's say, all right, you just click on their page and then it will tell you, do you want to subscribe? Okay, so right now it's showing that I'm live, obviously. But I could go in there and there's a little button there and it'll say subscribe and you subscribe to their page. Our subscription is $2.49 a month. So it's not a lot, but it does help. And that makes a big difference for us as well. So by clicking on subscribe to us, that makes a big difference as well. So that's it. I'm checking for any more questions. Yeah, I do, Michelle. And it's funny because I always tell people I'm a cheapskate, but I go to yard sales and I look for things like that to help my weather team. If I see tripods, if I see binoculars, stuff, and if I can't find them there, I got to buy them brand new. So I'll buy them off the sites. And Michelle's right. I do use my own money to pay for all that stuff for everybody. So that's important to me. I want to make sure that everybody is safe and know that we care for you all. So Jeremy is saying on Facebook, I'd like to say thank you for what you guys do for our community. Last night was a very scary storm. I was at work at AutoZone when the storm hit. Oh man, I'm sorry. And that's tough because when you're at a business, you got to think about where to go. AutoZone, they probably have a storage room back there, which is probably safe for you guys. Yeah, go to interior room with no windows and hide there. If you're in an auto shop, it's different. You just go down below into the drain pit. That's an easy place to go, Jeremy. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys are all okay. And I know a lot of people are pretty scared from that Sterling storm last night, and I can understand that. So just know that we're going to keep doing the best we can. And if something pops up, we're going to be all over it. And I want to personally thank Michelle. She's been on top of it for Sterling. When she's available, she's there to make it work. She has a job too. So does Abe, and so I do too. But I'm lucky. I'm a teacher, so I'm in my summer break. So this becomes my summer job, storm chasing. However, I still coach in the summer. Right now, I just got done coaching tennis a little bit ago for the girls, and I still have things to do as a normal life. I live here, so yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging along. Freddie and Cody, you haven't heard much on the storm chasing side. They're chasing fires down there, guys, and they're doing a darn good job keeping the public notified on those fires down there. So thanks to them for all their work. So if you see them as well, make sure to thank them. I've got keychains. I've got magnets. Every time I see the team, I forget to give it to them. So Michelle, the next time you see me, remind me to give everybody some magnets and keychains so that they can pass them out to people as well. Still looking at the squirrels who are battling it in my tree. Actually, I just saw a big, ginormous branch that has fallen in my tree, and I'm going to have to get it out somehow from the last storm. And it's a brand new branch that fell, and it's dying inside the tree. So I've got to work on that. So that's my next thing. So Jeremy, she did. She was awesome all over that storm and telling everybody what to do. She's like the voice of Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers now. So I'm going to roll down to number 2 pretty soon because Michelle is doing so good. And she's going to say no, but Michelle, you are doing a fantastic job for that, and that makes a difference. It's not that often that we get a lot of people that like to be on the camera and talk. And, Freddie will tell you, I'll put the camera on, but I ain't going to say a ton, and he'll have the camera on, which is cool. Once in a while, he'll throw some conversation. Cody, kind of the same way, still getting at it. But Michelle, she's all over it. So I love that she's into it, and she interacts with the viewers, and I love that, and it makes a difference. Abe, same way. Austin, he's a little gun shy getting on the camera. I got to get on my kid to do that a little bit more. So we'll see on that. And then we got Austin Gordon and Adam. Adam's always afraid to go live. He's kind of a big sissy. Adam is, but I love him to death, and he knows that. So we'll get him out there someday. So see that, Michelle? Look, Michelle, you rock. You rocked it last night. So thank you, Michelle. You did. You nailed it, sis. So and yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna let everybody go. Have a good day. We did about a 25-minute stream there, so that was awesome. We'll keep you posted though if there's any watches or warnings that come out. Again, under the gun today, probably, like I said, those areas. One more time, I'll pull it up on the screen here for you all to see, so you all understand what I'm talking about. If you're in these areas, okay, so there it is. So northeastern Colorado again. Oops. So those areas need to be careful. Okay, so be prepared for severe weather today, as that is a possibility. Okay, so that's it. You guys have a great, wonderful afternoon. God bless you all. And yeah, Don, good morning. Hey, there you are. I was worried about you, Don. You weren't on. I was like, where's Don? He's never on. He's always on. I was waiting for that good morning, so I'm glad you made it on. Thanks, Jeremy. You have a great day too. All right, guys, so that's it. That's it for the weather briefing for everybody. Thank you so much for streaming to Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers. Make sure to support our sponsors. Also, when our sponsors stream across, or if you do call our sponsors, one more thing, please let them know you got it from us, because they do want to know if our advertising for them does make a difference. So when you call, let's say you call Bro Brothers here, hey, I got you from Big Dog. That lets them know that it works. So if you do, I got a mosquito bite. If you do use these numbers that we put up there, please tell them, hey, I got you from Big Dog, because that does make a difference. Because they can look at it and go, man, it's working, the advertising that people are calling because of Big Dog. 36,000 followers, I hope it makes a difference. So give all these sponsors a thank you, and when you do call them, say I got it off of the Big Dog site, so that way they know that it works. That's it from Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. See ya.